Hello po muli. Pagpapatuloy natin ang ating pag-aaral, palpation, hands and feet. Palpation of the skin. Palpation of the skin include the inspection of the skin temperature, humidity, and elasticity, as well as palpating the tissue below the skin. So, kailangan po natin pakiramdaman yung temperatura, kung ito ay malamig o mainit, elasticity, tsaka yung tissue mismo, parang hahawakan po natin yan. Palpation of the skin is especially important in diagnosis of B syndrome and in dermatological disorders. Skin temperature. So, gauging the temperature of the skin can give an indication of whatever there is pathological, heat or cold in the body. So, yung kailangan po natin hawakan para maramdaman natin kung mainit ba ito o malamig. Investigation of the skin temperature is vital when diagnosing invasion of Shih-Chi, particularly when there is B syndrome. So yung kung may papasok pong mga sanhi ng sakit, napakahalaga talagang kailangan nating hawakan yung skin para alam natin kung anong pumasok na mga sanhi ng sakit, lalo pa kung B syndrome o yung mga arthritis po kasi maraming klaseng arthritis. So isa dito yung arthritis na dahil sa lamig or dahil sa init. So pag hinawakan natin yung skin, malalaman natin kung lamig o init yung kanilang B syndrome. Hot skin. So kung pag nilagay po ninyo yung kamay niyo sa balat at nakaramdam kayo ng iinit, ibig sabihin po nun, the heat can be both deficient and excess in nature. So pwede daw pong excess or deficient. If it is only a limited area of the skin that feels hot, halimbawa daw po yung elbow, ito lang yung mainit. So nagsasabi po ito na localized lang yung condition, which is likely to be due to an stagnation of the area. So pwede pong may stagnation lang yung area kung isang part lang ng katawan, halimbawa dun sa elbow. So localized accumulation of heat can also be seen when there is toxic fire. So pwede pong hindi daw lahat mainit yung part ng skin ng katawan ng inyong pasyente. May part lang na mainit. So kung may part lang na mainit, ibig sabihin po nito ay may stagnation lang yung area or may toxic fire. Pag cold skin naman po, cold skin can be experienced when there is both excess and yang deficiency. So again, it can be the skin in general that feels cold or a limited area. So kapag katulad din po nung sa init, may part din na malaramdam kayo, yun lang yung malamig. So localized area of cold arise from invasion of exogenous cold. So may papasok pong lamig sa katawan na pwedeng doon lang sa part na yon. Skin temperature, ito po yung parang summarize niya, no? So observation, pag hinawakan nyo at mainit, pwedeng excess heat or yang deficiency. Heat. Pag malamig naman po, excess cold or yang deficiency. So note po, kung ang tao daw po ay wearing a lot of clothes or just run or cycle, their skin will feel hotter. May makapal yung suot na damit, tapos yun, tumatakbo. Possible na pag dating sa inyo, mainit pang skin yan. Likewise, exposed area of the skin will feel colder than areas that are covered. So, yung halimbawa naka-jacket, mas mainit talaga yung kaysa dun sa halimbawa naka-short na ipalpit mo yung kanyang sa may legs. Kung naka-expose, mas malamig po yun. Kaya ikino-consider po yun, tinatanong natin sa pasyente. Or i-observe mo. Tapos pinagpapahinga talaga ang pasyente bago tayo mag-palpate. So, humidity. Dry skin. The skin is moistened and nourished by yin and blood. Skin can feel dry due to a lack of moisture. If blood, yin, or yin are deficient, siyempre kung kulang yung mga fluid, yung ating dugo, yung yin ng ating katawan, nagda-dry po. Or injured by heat or prevented from flowing to the area. Halimbawa, may stagnation, hindi makakadali ng maayos yung dugo, kaya pwedeng mag-dry skin. The latter is important as both phlegm and blood stagnation can inhibit the circulation of yin blood and ginye. So, yung pang ibig sabihin ng dry skin, ano, kaya ina-observe natin kung may mga stagnation. Pag sticky or oily skin naman, the skin can feel oily, sticky, greasy, or moist kung mayroon pong damp, heat, or may phlegm ang katawan. Yan, yung maraming, ano ba yung mga medyo malusog na mga tao, karamihan may phlegm or may damp. Kaya karaniwan yung skin nila ay nagkakaroon ng sticky, greasy, or moist. Moist skin. Yang deficiency, yang Shu or Qi deficiency, or invasion of exogenous wind. Yung papasok yung sanhi ng sakit na hangin, ano, can result in the pores in the skin not closing. So hindi po nagsasara yung butas ng ating balat. Kaya ang sweat siphing out, yun, lumalabas. Heat can also drive fluids upward and outward, causing the person to sweat. So in all these cases, the skin will feel wet. People who are very anxious will often sweat spontaneously when they are nervous. Siyempre kasi bibilis yung bibilis yung heartbeat. Pag bumilis, may heat yun. O kaya nagkakaroon ng pagpapawis. Tapos magmamoist yung skin. This can be experienced before and during an acupuncture treatment. Pwede po itong experience habang ina-acupuncture po natin. Halimbawa yung minsan natatakot yung pasyente natin sa needle, kaya nire-relax natin kasi pwede nilang maramdaman yung moist, pwede nyo makita yung moist skin. Pag rough naman or flaky skin, certain areas of the skin can become dry or flaky when they are not nourished by blood or ginye. So, kung hindi po nadadaluyan ng maayos na dugo yung mga part ng ating skin, ay nagiging rough or flaky. If the skin is generally dry and flaking, this indicates blood deficiency po yun. Kasi hindi nga nadadaluyan, kaya dry. Or yung deficiency. Pag localized area po ang dry, flaking skin can also arise due to blood stagnation. So, blocking the flow of blood in ginye to the area. Nagkakaroon ng pagbabara, kaya hindi nakakadali ng maayos yung dugo, kaya nagkakaroon ng rough or flaky skin. So, it is of course important to take into account the use of cream and moisturizers, which can confuse or veil the diagnosis. So, pag pumunta po sa inyong pasyente, tanungin muna, nag-lotion po ba kayo? Yun. Kasi pag nag-lotion, hindi nyo magagamit yung skin niya kasi magiging iba po yung texture ng skin. Kaya, sasabihan natin yung pasyente pag pupunta sa inyo, mas natural yung hindi sila nag-makeup, hindi nag-lipstick, hindi nag-lotion. Para yung talagang texture ng katawan nila, ng skin nila ang ating makita. So, humidity of the skin. Observation, pag dry po, ang significance nito ay pwedeng blood deficiency, gene deficiency, yin deficiency, blood stagnation. Pag greasy, yung skin, or sticky, ang katawan po ay pwedeng may dampness, damp heat, or phlegm. Pag moist, yung parang sweaty, basa-basa, no? Pwede pong may invasion of wind or lung qi deficiency, spleen qi deficiency, yang shu deficiency, heart qi deficiency, excess heat deficient or deficient heat. Pag rough or flaking, blood deficiency, and blood stagnation. So, try na po ninyo yung mga skin ninyo. Note, the use of cream and moisturizer will obscure the diagnosis. So kailangan wala po silang ginamit ng mga pinampahid para tama ang ating diagnosis. Suppleness of the skin. The skin should be soft, elastic, and smooth. Yung po yung normal, ano? This reflects that the lungs and spleen are harmonious. So pag healthy po yung lung and skin natin, yun ang lung and spleen, ang skin natin ay healthy. It shows that there is sufficient blood and ginye to nourish and moisten the skin. The flesh below the skin should also feel firm but not hard. This indicates that qi and blood are nourishing the tissue and the fluids are being transported away from the tissue again. Stagnation of phlegm or blood will block the flow of flesh. So yun, syempre, hindi makakadali ng maayos yung dugo dun sa mga flesh. Nutritious blood and ginye. They will result the skin feeling hard and thickened. Pag loose naman yung skin, indication that the skin is not being nourished. Yan. usually an indication of gene deficiency or blood deficiency. Yung may mga, may mga anemia, yung mga liver blood deficient, yan. The connective tissue and the muscle beneath the skin can feel hard and tense when there is stagnation. So pag nakaramdam po kayo ng ganun, na pag parang kinurot nyo yung muscle, matigas. So may stagnation po yun. If the lungs, kidney, or spleen do not perform their task of spreading, transporting, and transforming the fluid, either because there is an invasion of, say, qi. Pwede pag may papasok na mga sanhi ng sakit, yun, magbablock po dun sa flow. Yan. Lacking their function or because they are qi deficiency. Kung kulang ng lakas ang lung, kidney, or spleen, hindi nila magagampanan yung gawain nila na ita-transform at transport yung fluid. Kaya nagkakaroon po ng skin. So, an accumulation of fluid and the tissue can arise. Or, yun. Magkakaroon ng kakaiba tayong mararamdaman. Next is palpation of the hands and feet. Paa po at saka kamay. Siyempre, dapat mag-alcohol muna kayo bago kayo hahawak sa mga pasyente. After po nating humawak sa katawan ng pasyente, nag-alcohol po tayo, lalo pa kung hahawak tayo sa paa. Kasi siyempre, hindi naman natin alam kung saan galing yung mga pasyente natin. Yan. The first, handshake can give an indication of its pattern of imbalance may be present. Yan, mag-handshake kayo sa inyong mga pasyente. Nung COVID bawal, pero ngayon okay na, The strength of the handshake, the temperature, and humidity of the hand will all reveal information that can be utilized in diagnosis. Parang hawakan mo yung ng pasyente, mag-handshake kayo. So, syempre, explain na ninyo sa kanila na hawakan ko po ang kamay niyo, handshake tayo, papaalam po kayo ng ganun. Para alam naman ng pasyente anong ginagawa niyo sa kanya. Baka nagtaka siya, anong ginagawa mo? A person who is extremely deficient will often have a limp handshake. So pag deficient po, pag ginawa ka niya, halos wala siyang lakas eh. This is not a hard and fast rule, especially in some people deliberately try to send signal to other people by their handshake. For example, they are strong, crushing handshake, or that they are trustworthy, firm handshake. So, may mga sign po yung handshake eh. So, pag trustworthy, iha-handshake ka ng parang matigas yung pagkakahawak sa kamay mo. Okay. A person who is nervous will often sweat in the palms of their hands. So, yung, pag mga kinakabahan po, pag hinandshake nyo yan, may pawis yung kanilang mga palad. This is because the heart controls sweating. Dahil nga yung nagko-control sa sweating natin, naglalabas ng mga fluids ay ang heart. Kung ninenervyos, bibilis yung tibok ng puso, yun, lalabas po yung mga pawis. The other area where people sweat when they are nervous is under the arms. Yun, yung mga nagpapawis yung kilikili. So, both these places are located at the end of the heart channel. Diba yung heart channel, yung heart 1, nandun po yun sa ilalim ng kilikili natin. So, yung explanation bakit nagpapawis. And a person with heart qi deficiency will often be slightly more nervous than others, which can manifest with sweaty palms. Yan yung mga mahina po yung puso. Pag hinandshake nyo, mararamdaman nyo na may pawis yung kanilang mga kamay. Yung excess heat naman po, especially damp heat, can also manifest with sweaty palms. Yung may mga sobrang init. Yan. Sa kamay din po lalabas. When there is damp heat, the palm will usually feel hotter. Malalaman mo lang kung damp heat kasi pag sinyak mo siya, pati po yung kamay niya, mararamdaman mo mainit o hinawakan mo yung kamay. Invasion of qi can also make a person sweat, but the sweat is, in this case, will not be localized on the hand. Yan. Kung may papasok naman pong sanhi ng sakit, o ito yung qi, nagsusweat din yung ating pasyente. Kasi nga, lumalaban pa rin yung ating qi. Pero hindi ito sa kamay nyo mararamdaman. Hands and feet that feel hot are sign of heat. So pag ginawa ka nyo ang paa at kamay at mainit, ibig sabihin may init yung pasyente ninyo. If the hands feel warm or hot, it is important to ascertain whether it is whole body or only the palm that feels hot. So tingnan po ninyo kung yung kamay lang or yung buong katawan ang mainit. The whole hand will feel hot if the heat is excess. Yan. ang buong kamay raw po ay mainit kung excess condition yung nasa katawan ng pasyente. Whereas, yung deficient heat manifest with only the palms feeling hot. Yun, yung palad lang po yung mainit kung yin deficient. So, pag excess heat, buong kamay. Pati yung likod niya, ibig sabihin. So, damp heat can manifest with hot and sweaty feet. Malalam na, alam na po natin ano. So, kung may init, ang paa at kamay ay umiinit din. Cold hands and feet can be experienced when there is yang deficient and blood deficient. Pwede pong mag-combine, ano, as well as liver qi stagnation. If there is yang deficient, usually the hands and arms are cold. So kung yang deficient, mababa po ang yang ng ating katawan, both po ano, ang ating kamay at paa ay malamig. Yan. The further away from the torso, the cooler the sensation will be. So there is because yang warm is too weak. Yung yang kasi di ba ang function niya, nagbibigay ng init sa katawan. So kung mahina siya, wala siyang maibibigay na init. So lamig ang mararamdaman. So to expand, extend away from the center, but also because warmth is retained in the interior, so the internal organ can utilize the transforming power of yang. So kung konti po yung yang natin mababa, nandun siya sa mga internal organ natin para mag-function yung internal organ natin. Kaya yung exterior natin malamig. Blood and qi travels together. So this means that if there is blood deficient, there can be a lack of warming qi in the extremities with cold hands, feet, and as consequence. So dahil nga yung blood, andun po yung yang. Kaya kung konti ang blood, konti yung yang, magkakaroon ng panlalamig. So a very common cause of cold hand and feet is when there is liver qi stagnation. Dahil si liver, di ba, yung nag-ano ng smooth free yun kung hindi niya disturbed to distribute to the extremities because their hands and feet are cold. These people will often report that they have an aversion to cold. Yun yung mga taong ayaw ng hangin, ayaw ng lamig. Yan. When asked about their perception of temperature, leading to an incorrect diagnosis of cold. Often, it is not only the hands and feet that are cold, but all the extremities such as the tip of the nose and the buttocks. So, pati yung ilong, yan, pati yung batok nila. Ano. So, phlegm can block qi and in some situation, manifest with cold extremities. Kaya matindi yung pag marami tayong phlegm sa katawan. Ang dami niyang pwedeng gawin para hindi mag-flow ng maayos ang ating energy na nagiging sanhi ng ating sakit. At sa palpation, nalalaman natin yan. Isa sa natuto na malalaman natin. So, observation. Weak and limb handshake. Alam na natin, pag weak, deficient po yan. Qi deficiency. Pag sweaty palm, pwede po siyang heart deficient, invasion of qi, or may heat. Pag paalang naman, sweaty feet, pwede po siyang may damp heat. Pag entire hand is hot, excess heat. Only the palm, yung palad lang, deficient heat. Cold hands and feet, combination ano, yung deficiency, blood deficiency, liver qi stagnation, or phlegm. Ito po yung summary. Yan. Yung diniscuss po natin kanina na summary. The skin, makita mo temperature, malalaman mo kung cold or heat. Then, pag cold, ang mararamdaman ay cold feeling. For limbs, cold, yung mga apat pong ano niya, yung paa at kamay, malamig. Tapos loins, lower back of feet, malamig. Lower abdomen, malamig. So, yung ano, cold pattern, for limbs, both spleen and stomach yung deficiency. Pag sa loin, kidney yung deficiency, lower back yun ano. Lower abdomen, spleen yang deficiency. So, pag skin ay hot, ibig sabihin damp heat. Skin hot on first touch, pag unang hawak nyo mainit, cease to feel hot if the pressure is maintained. So, ibig sabihin po nun, exterior wind, heat, pathogen is still on the exterior. Nasa labas pa lang yan, pag pupulsan nyo yan, siya yan yung mga full falls. Skin over the blood vessel, hot on medium pressure, but not on heavy pressure. So, interior heat na po yun ng middle jaw or heart. So, kung ang skin naman feels hot, pag diniinan ninyo, which nearly reaches the bone, ibig sabihin po niyon, empty heat from the yin deficiency. Sa moisture naman and texture, pag moist yung skin, exterior wind. Pag moist without exterior symptoms, ito po ay lung qi deficiency. Pag dry skin, blood deficiency, lung yin deficiency. Pag rough skin, B syndrome from wind. Scaly and dry skin, exhaustion of body fluid. Severe deficiency of liver, blood dryness. Pag swollen skin naman, fitting, water swelling from spleen kidney yang deficiency. Swollen skin, do not fit, not fitting, qi, swelling from damp or qi stagnation. Next is limbs. Tingnan natin. Pag cold hands and feet. So, cold hands and feet, mga summary po ito. Ibig sabihin po nun yung spleen and stomach nyo ay yang deficient, common cause. Or pwede rin siyang may phlegm or interior heat. Nag-obstruct po sa circulation. Less common daw ito. Pag cold hands, lung, heart, yang deficiency. Cold feet, kidney yang deficiency. Tandaan po din yan, pag nasa hands, lung and heart, pag nasa lower, kidney. So cold hands and feet, blood deficiency. Cold hands is sa women, heart blood deficiency. Cold feet sa women, liver blood deficiency. Cold fingers and toes, liver qi stagnation. So karaniwan pong na-encounter natin to sa mga pasyente. Kaya mahalagang maano po natin to, mapag-aralan talaga at makabisa. Para alam natin agad kung ano yung mga sign and symptom na to bukod sa tinignan natin yung tongue, yung pulse. Yan, malaking tulong po yung palpation. So, apical pulse. Ito rin po yung summary, ano? So, clearly felt, not hard, relatively slow. So, normal po yun. Naalala ko niyo kung alin yung apical pulse dito sa abdomen natin, feet, sa yung ano pang limang ano ng vertebra, ano, ng ribs. So, feeble and without strength, gathering zone qi deficiency. Pag strong and hard, lung heart excess condition. Large but not empty, heart qi deficiency. Yan. Yung pulse, apical pulse, stopping and starting, pwede po itong severe shock or alcoholism. Pag may discrepancy between apical and radial pulse, for prognosis po yun. Ibig sabihin, medyo delikado yung sakit, ano. Rapid. So, shock, fright, or outburst of anger. Area below xiphoid process, ito yung should feel soft, BS the rest of abdomen. So, pag hard on palpation, full condition po ito or may qi stagnation. Maaring dahil sa emotional problem. Pagtuso po, masyadong malambot pag pinalpate natin, heart deficiency. Sa chest naman, pag tender with light palpation of REN 17, ito sa may ating chest, ano, heart blood stasis po yan. Yung mga may matitigas. So, tender around the center, sa gitna. Lung excess condition. Tender relieved by palpation, heart and lung deficiency condition. Tender relieved by light palpation but elicited by deeper palpation. So, combination po yan, deficiency and excess condition. Pag-aralan na po natin ito last night na so summary lang po ito para mabalikan natin, maalala natin. Next is breast lumps. May mga lumps po sa may breast. Pag relatively soft, mahalaga po ito di ba pag chine-check natin yung area, may phlegm po yan. Pag hard, blood stasis. Distinct ages, may phlegm. Indistinct ages, toxic heat po yan. Mobile on palpation, yung mga lumps, phlegm. Immovable on palpation, blood stasis or toxic heat. Pag i-refer natin to sa doktor, tinitingnan nila kung benign or malignant yung mga lumps. Kasi gaano tinatanggal po nila. Pero sa atin, karanasan natin pag inacupuncture, nawawala or lumiliit. So most common breast lumps, fibrocystic disease, small multiple movable lumps po ito with distinct ages changing size according to the menstrual cycle. So pag yan po ay chest stagnation and phlegm. Karanasan natin, pag ina-acupuncture po yan, nawawala. Pero siyempre hindi yung isang beses. Hindi mga ilang beses po yan. Pag fibroadenoma, single relatively hard, movable lump with distinct ages, possibly painful. Ito ni-refer natin sa doktor kasi kung talaga makirote. Phlegm and blood stasis. Yan. Carcinoma of the breast, single hard, immovable, painless, lump with distinct margin. So blood stasis, chest stagnation, and phlegm. Ito po yan yung mga ino-opera. Pero yung iba, takot magpa-opera, pinagtsatsagaan nating acupuncturin. Kahit po ganun yung mga matitigas po yan. Tapos sumusunod sila sa mga patient advice natin. Control yung emotion, plus yung food, yung lifestyle. Lumalambot po yan hanggang nawawala. So next, sa abdomen. Abdominal palpation. So pag pinalpate natin, pag hard, ibig sabihin full. Pag masyadong malambot, empty. Pag may kirot, tapos pag pinalpate mo, diniinan, ay nawawala, really by palpation, empty po condition. Pag pain aggravated by palpation, full ang condition. Pag lower abdomen, soft and flabby, so yung original U1G po ang deficient. Yan. Palpate na po ninyo yung mga abdomen ninyo para malalaman nyo kung U1 deficient kayo. Abdominal masses that come and go, move on palpation. So, chest stagnation po yun. Pag fixed abdominal masses, blood stasis po to. So, yung mga ganyan minsan po, pag nagpa-patient advice tayo, lalo pa pag original U1G na yung nagdi-deficient, talagang kailangan nila may rest, proper eating, hindi po laging sobrang sipag trabaho kasi yung U1G, yun yung nauubos eh. So, pabalik-balik po yung sakit pag hindi sila sumusunod. Kasi parang nire-replenish natin through food saka sa rest. Thank you po for your attention.